Hi, this is Pepe Le Pieux, and this is Talking on the Throne Update Cancer Auditions. I hope everything is fine. I have good news, mostly good news. So here, and I got my first CT scan to find out what the cancer, because I didn't know what the cancer was, on March 23rd. I'm going to talk about this. I also got my first chemo on March 24th, and we're going to talk about this first. So the doctor, I was a little anxious because they tell you every side effect that you might occur during the chemo, while you're doing the chemo. For some reason, my body looked like it's healthier than I thought, because the only side effect that I really have is when I eat, my gum feel a little sensitive, or cold, hot, or when I bite, if it's too hot, I can feel into my gum in the beginning. Then after that, it go away. The water seemed colder when I wash my hand, so I have to wait the water get a little warmer. And I noticed that because I have the pump for 48 hours, for a day and a half, the day they put the pump in, and the next day, I'm like a zombie. I'm just very tired, exhausted. I can't really focus on anything. I don't know, it's because it was my first chemo, and mostly psychologically speaking, I just was very tired. And the medicine that I have to take on day 2 and day 3 of the chemo, maybe the medicine do affect my mood, everything else. But so far, the side effects are not too bad. Now, obviously, more chemo I'm doing it, weaker my body is going to be, and maybe some more side effects might occur. Hopefully not, but this is, everybody is different, obviously. So far, so good. No problem with my port that I have in. Yes, that was not bad. I just, that was not bad. Now, CT scan, cancer evolution. So after they do the biopsy, they notice that I have cancer because my appendix, but because the appendix, they never know the extent of cancer, how bad it was and all that. So they do a CT scan. They did find something abnormal in my lungs, but they probably think it's valley fever that wasn't treated. That I got it maybe during the 15 years I live in Phoenix. Now, I never noticed problem with respirations to breathe, because since small I always was a bad breather. I never was the guy who goes swim under the water for minutes. I'm very bad on breathing. That's why at one point I have to do yoga to teach me how to breathe, and I have a better breathing solution for my body. But beside this, so they don't want to do another biopsy to see if it's cancer, only because it's going to make my body weaker. And also, I'm actually in chemo, so hopefully that chemo, if it's cancer, the chemo will interfere with whatever's on my lung. So they decide to do another CT scan in 3 months from now to see if how the chemo work on my body, and to see the little thing that I have in my lung, because I understand it's very small, if it's getting smaller or if it's getting bigger or it doesn't move. And that's what they will decide if it doesn't move, that means it was something that was there before and it's not cancer. Or if it gets smaller, that was cancer and the chemo is taking care of it. If it's growing, that will be more, at that point, they probably have to do a biopsy at that point to see what it is. But so far, it's good news. They couldn't find any activity of cancer on my body so far. So that means that chemo is mostly preventions and cleanup. Most of the cancer cell was on my appendix, but the fatty bursts, it might bring some of those cancer cells in my domain, colon, prostate, and all that stuff. And look, those cells are dormant, but I still have to kill them. So right now, It's just a prevention, and hopefully 6 months from now, I'll be declared cancer-free. The only small problem that I have in my body was, because I'm an old man, I have a prostate problems, but this is all the man after 50 have those problems. So hopefully after the chemo, I couldn't do that during the chemo because my body is too weaker. So I will do some kind of surgery for my prostate after the chemo. So far it's good news. Also good news, I'm going to get my second shot of vaccine next week. So that will help also for my immune systems, because the fact I have respiration problems, COVID was actually a death sentence if I would have got it. That's why I was always far away from people, and I hate people who don't wear masks. Which remind me, yes, I'm going to have my second vaccine, and I will be supposedly immune for COVID-19. Or actually not immune. It will help me to not die from it. However, I will still wear a mask, because the mask is, technically speaking, is not to protect myself, it's protect the people around me. And I understand when you get the vaccine, that doesn't mean that you cannot be a carrier of the COVID-19. So by respect of others, when I go to the store and everywhere else public, I always gonna wear my mask, because I don't want to give this to somebody else. But so far, every time I've been tested, every time I go to the hospital, they test me and all that, I'm COVID-free, and then next week I will have the vaccine. But until the doctors or scientists said it's okay to no longer wearing a mask, I will put my mask on in every public places or any gathering and all this, just for safety of others. And I think you should all do the same. It's not against your freedom. It's against logic and safety to others. Don't be selfish. Thank you. Now, beside that moral things, if you like my channels and you want to help me, you can like, you can subscribe, you can donate as well. Now, I have actually on my Facebook and sometimes other website, I do promote like Robinhood, Wimble, and Acorn for investing. Now, if you do subscribe through my link, I will get some free stock, and you will get some free stock as well. It's a good platform to try to invest more and understand the world of investment. You can invest small amount. You don't have to invest big amount. Something. But if you do invest, don't use a credit card. Say that you have $100. Just put the $100 because you know you're not gonna use it. It's not an $100 that you need. Now, I will advise for young people, that you should try to do something like Acorn, Webull, Fidelity, some others who offer like an IRA. Because if you say that you put $100 in an IRA now, when you don't end the 20, 21, 22, and you forget about it and you let that IRA grow. And if you have extra money, you keep putting in a little money. When you're going to be past 50 and you're going to go to 65, you're going to have two Social Security. You're going to have the Social Security that you get the government, and you're going to have your IRA. This way, you're going to have more money for your retirement, and this way, the life probably will be easier for you. So don't do like I did, ignoring this. Try to prevent, put some money on the side for yourself, because you never know if you're going to get sick or not. And maybe then if you feel you're not sick, that may be great to go in vacations, explore the world anyway. So it helped me out, but it will also could help you out in the long run. I hope you like that version of the update of cancer from Talking on the Throne. Please, again, like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. And thank you very much for your concern and your help. Thank you.